In the endless fabric of the cosmos, where shadows intertwine with the silent glow of distant stars, she stands. Hecate, the goddess of magic, of crossroads, of the mysteries that bind the seen and the unseen. Carved in gray stone, cracked yet unbroken, her presence is a monument to the eternal night. Her eyes, faintly glowing with violet fire, pierce through the swirling fog of ages. She does not move, yet the world shifts around her. She does not speak, yet the silence itself bends to her command. She is the guardian of thresholds, where one road divides into three, where choices are carved into destiny. Her figure rises. The traveler who wanders too deep into the night feels her unseen hand. The sorcerer who whispers forbidden words does so under her shadow. The empire that believes itself eternal eventually crumbles at the crossroads she guards. For all things, all kings, all mortals, all dreams, must meet her gaze when paths divide. Fog rolls heavy at her feet, lit by flashes of violet and silver lightning. The mountains behind her stand like watchmen, sharp and dark, looming over the horizon. They have witnessed ages pass, but even they bow to the permanence of her silence. Her stone skin bears the cracks of time, yet no force can destroy her. She is the embodiment of inevitability. Where Nemesis punishes arrogance, Hecate reveals hidden truth. Where Nyx shrouds in eternal night, Hecate guides through darkness, though her guidance is never merciful, never without price. Those who once worshipped her lit torches at midnight, whispering her name at deserted crossroads. They prayed for visions, for protection, for vengeance. Some sought wisdom, others sought destruction, but all felt the same presence. A towering figure unseen yet undeniable, waiting beyond the veil of perception. It was never fire they feared, but the silence that followed. It was never lightning that frightened them, but the weight of her gaze, cold and eternal. The air trembles as she stands, timeless and immovable. Her presence is not warmth, but the chill of realization that no soul can walk the path of life without facing choices that demand sacrifice. At those moments, her figure emerges from the fog, not to guide, not to comfort, but to remind. Every choice bears consequence. Every path has its shadow. Every secret comes to light. She is the goddess of the hidden, the echo in the caves where no torch can reach, the whisper at night when the winds grow silent, the cold breath that brushes the skin when one feels watched, though no one stands nearby. Hecate is not merely a deity. She is the embodiment of mystery, the eternal witness of the unspoken. The ancient world feared her, yet could not turn away. Temples were built where roads divided, offerings left where earth split into three. They knew the danger, yet they sought her power. They understood that at the edge of every choice, at the threshold of every unknown, she waited. Lightning tears through the blackened sky, illuminating her face. Stern, solemn, and unyielding, her eyes glow faint with otherworldly fire, reflecting not the present, but all possible futures. Behind her, the storm never rests. It is eternal as her silence. The fog that surrounds her is not merely mist, but the veil between worlds. To cross it is to surrender certainty. To see through it is to see what should never be known. Her presence weighs heavy on the soul. She demands no prayers, no chants, no rituals. Her existence is the ritual. Her silence is the prayer. The mountains, the storms, the stars themselves bear witness to her dominion. And mortals, no matter how proud, no matter how blind, cannot escape her shadow. Hecate does not promise salvation. She does not offer comfort. She stands as reminder, as eternal threshold. Every empire that rises, every kingdom that falls, every mortal life that flickers, all must pass through crossroads. And at each she waits, unmoving, watching, deciding. The winds howl, and the earth trembles, but she does not waver. Her body of stone stands cracked, yet whole. She is unshaken by time, untouched by decay, for she is older than the night, older than memory, older than the silence that lies beyond death. This is Hecate, the goddess who guards the unknown, the torchbearer of shadows, the mistress of magic that mortals can never truly grasp. She does not guide with mercy, but with inevitability. She does not destroy with rage, but with truth. And truth, revealed at the crossroads, is the greatest power and the greatest terror. So remember her presence when you find yourself at the edge of choice, when the fog grows thick and the road divides, when silence weighs heavier than thunder. For in that moment you will know she has always been there, watching, waiting, eternal, and still she does not speak, for she does not need to. In the silence between stars, in the trembling void where the cosmos exhales, there stands a figure older than memory itself. Hecate, the goddess of the night's threshold, the keeper of secrets, the guardian of crossroads where destiny bends and choices fracture. She is carved in eternal stone, her body marked by cracks that speak not of weakness, but of timeless endurance. Her gaze, glowing with faint violet fire, pierces through the shrouded veil of worlds, where mortals dare not wander. Around her, darkness coils like a living thing. Fog, dense and restless, swirls at her feet, carrying whispers from forgotten ages. Above her, the sky is torn apart by streaks of purple lightning, each bolt striking like a judgment, each flash revealing her solemn face. The mountains in the distance bow like petrified sentinels, sharp, jagged, unmoving, their silence deeper than any abyss. They rise, but even their height cannot match the eternal stillness of the goddess who commands the unseen. Hecate does not speak. She has no need for words. Her silence is more powerful than any hymn, more dreadful than any curse. It is the silence of crossroads, the silence of choices left unmade, the silence of doors that open only once. She is the keeper of those doors. She is the hand on the threshold, unseen yet undeniable, eternal yet near. Mortals sought her in places where paths divide, lighting torches at midnight, leaving offerings of bread, honey, or blood at the darkened edges of the world. They feared her, but their fear was reverence, for they knew her presence was not cruelty but inevitability. She did not come to punish nor to bless. She came to remind. All that exists is bound by choice. Every step taken leaves a shadow. Every road chosen erases another. And in that erasure, her power is born. Her dominion is not over light, nor over death alone, but over the in-between, the forgotten realm between dawn and dusk, between the living and the dead, between truth and illusion. She walks with ghosts, with shadows, with the whispers of magic older than gods themselves. To some, she is the guide who holds the torch, revealing the hidden path. To others, she is the shadow that waits at the edge of vision, reminding them that every gift carries a price. The fog thickens, the air grows heavy, and lightning carves new scars into the sky. Her figure remains unmoved, her stone body unshaken. Cracks line her surface, yet no force can break her. She is not flesh that decays, nor flame that burns out. She is the eternal witness of mystery itself, the embodiment of the unseen laws that bind existence. The ancient world told stories of her triple form, three shadows bound as one, standing at every road that splits in three. They said her voices echoed in the wind, guiding some, damning others. Yet what they truly feared was not her form, but her silence. For when Hecate watches, the soul trembles, not from her wrath, but from the weight of its own choices. Empires rose under her shadow and collapsed at her feet. Kings called upon her for counsel, yet feared to look her in the eye. Warriors whispered her name before battle, uncertain whether she would grant them victory or drag them into night. Sorcerers called her mother, priestesses called her queen, yet none truly knew her, for she is not to be known. She is mystery itself, clothed in silence, crowned in fog. Behind her, the storm never ceases. The sky remains black, the lightning eternal, the mountains cold and sharp. She does not move, yet all that exists bends to her gravity. She does not rule with sword nor scepter, but with presence alone. In her stillness lies judgment. In her silence lies destiny. Every traveler, whether king or beggar, must one day stand at the crossroads. Every soul, no matter how proud or humble, must face the moment of decision. And when that moment comes, Hecate is there, watching, waiting, eternal. She does not force the choice, she reveals it. And in the revelation lies her power. Her torches burn not with fire, but with the light of inevitability. They do not warm, they expose. They do not comfort, they reveal. And in their glow, illusions crumble. In their glow, truth is laid bare. To see by her torch is to face what was hidden, what was denied, what was buried. And no mortal escapes unchanged. Those who invoke her seek answers, but answers from Hecate are never simple. She does not give, she demands. She does not promise, she shows. And what she shows cannot be unseen. That is her gift. That is her curse. She stands forever in the silence of stone, cracked but unbroken, timeless yet ever present. Her eyes, glowing faint violet, mirror the storm that rages behind her. The fog coils at her feet. The mountains loom like watchmen. The sky tears itself apart with endless thunder. Yet she does not waver. She does not change. For she is Hecate, goddess of magic, guardian of crossroads, mistress of the eternal threshold. Her silence is the path. Her gaze is the truth. Her presence is fate. And still, she does not speak, for she has no need.